Hey everybody, welcome back to Lattimore's Love. First of all, I want to thank everybody who viewed our first video. I appreciate you so much. So now we're going on to our second video. And in this video, we're going to do cauliflower rice with sausage and spinach as an alternative to using regular rice. We will go through the steps. I'll even give you some substitutes about butter and olive oil or some different types of oils you can use that's a little bit more healthier for you, for those who don't necessarily like to use butter. So we're going to get started, but before we do, I want you to click the button to subscribe. Please like and share the video as well, and take some time to comment about what things you would like to see us make. We might try some of them, but here we go. Let's get started. In today's video, we have 4 cups of cauliflower, some fresh basil, 2 tablespoons of butter, some olive oil, 2 tablespoons of garlic, some sausage, chicken, turkey or Polish, some spinach, and a small medium onion. So let's get started. I started with some butter in my pan. Other alternatives that you might be able to use is some avocado oil, a nut oil, or some people use ghee, which is a butter substitute for vegan individuals, but be careful with it because it's in higher fat concentration than regular butter. I also added more garlic in and started to let it brown. Be careful, make sure your skillet is on a low to medium heat. Mine was a little bit too high. At that point, I added in my sausage, and you want those to brown. Get a little color on them. But in the other pan, that's when I added my onions. You just want them to get coated really nicely and brown a little bit until they become translucent in color. At that point in time, you want to add in your cauliflower. At that point, you can add in your cauliflower. Sorry, I turned the bowl the wrong way. But you really just want it to get soft. Another way you can do this, if you wanted to, you can add some chicken broth or vegetable broth to it. And make it just like rice, right? So rice has to be done in water. But this is cauliflower, so it does not have to be. But some people choose to make it your choice. I chose not to. I did forget to add the other tab of butter in, so I added it in at that time. And it doesn't take long. This recipe takes 15 minutes if you prep it ahead of time. So after you add your rice, you want to add in some seasoning, salt and pepper. I did not add a lot because my family has different preferences. I do want to season it, but I don't want to over season. You can always add more after it's done, but you can't take it away if you over season it. At the same time, my sausages are still cooking, and my sausages are actually almost done. It doesn't take long. I did flip them over a few times. So once your cauliflower is cooked well, and you just give it a few minutes, you basically kind of warming it up. You add in your spinach. You can cook the spinach to your preference. You can either make it wilt completely, or you can add a little texture if you want a little bite. And just like that, it's done. As you see, everything is separated. When you have a family that has allergies and have food preferences, you have a tendency to separate the food. Let's taste it and see how it goes. So we have completed our meal, and we have 2 dishes here today because today I have testers. Remember, I was telling you that I have a daughter that does not like spinach or necessarily cauliflower. So I did what I did the same as last time, and I cooked the meat on the side. So for a vegan dish, you don't eat meat, or a vegetarian dish, you don't have meat. So I put that on the side. If you have somebody in the house that's lactose intolerant or that cannot tolerate dairy, you can put your cheese on the side. Soy sauce, most people don't realize, has gluten in it. So you can either buy a gluten-free soy sauce or regular soy sauce and put that on the side as well. And then each plate was sprinkled with some basil. Another thing you can add, for those that can have nuts, you can put on some sliver of almonds to make this a tastier dish. But now I'm going to have both of my daughters taste it. We don't know what's going to happen here. I repeat, we don't know what's going to happen. I would like for them to give their honest opinion because we're trying to eat healthier, right? And to eat healthier, you have to change it up a while. White rice. So my two girls are going to taste this. These are the younger two of our four. The youngest one has the meat, and the one that's a little older has no meat, but she can have cheese if she likes. Please. Would you like some cheese?
Please.
So as I said, who knows how this is going to go because vegetables are not a top priority in my girls' list. But let's give it a try and see how it goes.
And onion? Yes. And garlic. So I'm scared. Meat first. The spinach is really good. No fact. Probably a little bit more like salt or pepper.
Okay, so really salt and pepper is up to seasoning taste. I did add a little bit in when I was making it, but I also make sure I don't add too much because everybody don't like a lot of salt in their food.
I mean, I like spicy food, so.
For her, she would probably like a little cayenne pepper or some, what's your favorite spice?
Slap your mama seasoning.
Slap your mama seasoning. So she's our spicy one out the group.
The onions aren't bad. They're not, and I don't like onions. And I don't like onions. I don't like cauliflower, so.
So I also made the onions kind of big in case they don't like them. They can always pick them out.
It's this one.
So
it's that one.
They're meat eaters. So of course they want the one with the meat.
I mean, the cheese ain't bad, but like, it's the meat. It's the meat for me.
So that's how you make a meal for your family. It still didn't take long. I did not have to make 6 different meals, or 4 different meals in our case. But it was one meal. It was quick. This actually takes about 15 minutes, barring prep. So if you prep everything, you're doing a food prep for a week, this is going to take you about 15 minutes to put it together. Really simple. Thank you again for joining us. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and share. I hope you enjoy these meals. Thank you. Bye.
Bye.